There is an association between diet and men's sexual health. The aging process inevitably reduces sexual function, but eating the wrong foods plus unhealthy lifestyle habits will boost this decline. There is plenty of information on YouTube on how to enhance sexual function by eating this supplement or that herb. But there is one thing you must understand about diet. It is not about single foods or supplements. Sure, broccoli is very healthy, but if you combine one serving of broccoli with a bottle of Coke, fries and 2 burgers, broccoli won't save you. Especially if you are a couch potato or even worse, a couch potato and a smoker. Diet is about food patterns, not about isolated nutritional components. Foods work together as a whole, what makes it difficult to predict the effect isolated foods may have. Therefore, one has to look at diet as a whole. Scientific evidence suggests that the Mediterranean diet counteracts erectile dysfunction, that losing weight through a low-fat, low-calorie diet improves testosterone levels and erectile function in overweight and obese men, that the Western diet is bad for semen quality. But what is the Western diet? It is particularly characterized by processed foods, lots of red meat, dairy, refined grains, sugar, and salt. Because of its refined nature, the Western diet is packed with calories. The intake of vegetables, fish, whole grains, and fruits is minimal in the Western diet. When looking at the Mediterranean diet, one has to say that the Mediterranean diet does not exist, but it can be roughly characterized by its typical ingredients like whole grains, vegetables, nuts, legumes, monounsaturated fats from olive oil, and fish, more or less leaving out meat. By the way, the typical Mediterranean diet, as recorded by Keyes in his 7 countries study, was a low-calorie diet. Not because it was intended, but because there was not enough food available. So shifting from a Western to a Mediterranean food pattern will increase and preserve sexual function in men. This is a simple yet effective tip which is hard to put into action because the Western diet is extremely tasty to us. We as human beings just love fat and food that's sweet and salty. Nutritional habits we are exposed to in childhood will stick with us for the rest of our lives, and they are next to impossible to change. A cross-sectional investigation on dietary habits and diet quality among US youth included 31,420 youth aged 2 to 19 years with a mean age of 10.6 years. The researchers looked at a period between 1999 and 2016. Overall, an improvement in dietary patterns was noted in recent years. But still, when looking at the period 2015 to 2016, nearly 40% of children aged 2 to 5 had a poor diet. These numbers increased with increasing age. 53% of the age group 6 to 11 had a poor diet, and 67% in the age group 12 to 19. Only 0.25% had dietary habits which were regarded as ideal. It is therefore important to implement good dietary habits as soon as possible, and possibly already during pregnancy, because there is evidence that the fetus will develop a taste for the food the mother eats during pregnancy. So how can you change your diet? I propose that you start somewhere with little changes. Give the new habits time to settle before you move on. If you change everything overnight, you will have a hard time to succeed. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.